Alright, back to functional Kenpo. Functional Kenpo. Kenpo that works. If you've been watching the clips up to this point, you'll know that what we try to do is we steer away from just doing techniques by the book and saying, you know, this is how to do the technique and the ins and the outs, etc., 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 etc. You have a dojo for that, chances are. You have a teacher for that, chances are. There are guys that try to learn this stuff out of the book and watch tapes. There's a lot of that out there covering techniques, and there are a lot of guys out there that do it far better than I do. Josh Ryer, I highly recommend his stuff. His stuff is out there. He does a damn good job of it. The guys doing Casa de Kenpo, check out their YouTube page. They got a lot of lovely stuff up there. You need a quick reference to see how to do a move, check those guys out. They're not going to steer you wrong. Give that a good look. What we're trying to do is basically use technique models to just illustrate basic ideas and fundamental concepts so that you can actually work those techniques. You know, those techniques are just the beginning. It's what we learn to give us the ideas, but these ideas have to eventually crisscross over into our other techniques. And I don't just mean knowing the basic concepts like a neutral bow is a neutral bow, so you know that you should have a neutral bow in every technique. You know, you should know that this concept of how to maneuver the guy this way, you know, when the shit hits the fan, you could do it here and get behind the guy, or you can do it against this technique and this attack and get behind the guy, or you could be in the middle of a move and something goes wrong and this is how you do it to get behind the guy. You know, this is the kind of stuff we're trying to cover, just basic fundamental concepts that are interchangeable like Legos. I'm not reinventing the Kenpo wheel, I'm not God's gift to Kenpo, I'm not trying to be, just trying to give you guys some ideas on how to take your Kenpo and make it work. What we're going to cover now is another very basic topic of Kenpo. You know, I always say everything's a very basic topic of Kenpo because it's really all just basics. This is the leg check. Now, a lot of guys know about, Marcus, give me right neutral bow. A lot of guys know when we step in and we address something, we try and get our leg in there and check the guy dead on. Now, this is the basic leg check we use to lock his lower body in place for now, and check his rear weapon, all this other stuff. And you also have the leg check we do from behind, when we get behind the guy and pow, we try and come down on top of the guy's leg and sink him down. Well, here's a maneuver I like to use in conjunction. It's a leg check, but some instructors tell me that I need to correct myself and it's not a leg check because it's more than a leg check. Apples and oranges, I like to keep it basic. So it's a moving leg check. It's a moving leg check. Moving leg check. It still has leg check. I want to get behind Marcus, and I'm already inside, and I'm addressing his hands, and we're in here working, and I've got this leg here. Cross my shin so that my knee is on the outside of his knee, and I'm going to turn my knee to the outside. What you'll notice is it rotated Marcus's knee at a very funny angle, and he had to turn away to protect his knee. Now, notwithstanding that Marcus has had a knee injury, but even without that, it's not a pleasant move to actually feel done on high speeds. Do it slow. I don't want nobody getting hurt on this. You step in, you address the guy's leg, you turn your knee to the outside. You cross your knee over his and turn it, and it turns the guy and puts him down. This works great when you get a hold of that arm and you want that arm drag to go off and you want to drop this guy. Come in, hit this guy in the face, you stun him, and you do that too. You'll see the guy goes down. Turn your knee and then drop it. Woo! He falls down. You don't have to get in there and do a judo throw or jiu-jitsu throw or single leg or fireman's carry, any of that stuff. I'm not saying that stuff doesn't work, because it does work like a charm. It's just another option. Step in, address this guy's leg here, take your knee and turn it to the outside and flex into it. Something real simple. Boom. Just, I'll slide out of there, you step in and get your leg checked, turn your knee and flex into it. And you'll turn the guy's body and drop him down. Now, a friend of mine said, well, you'll never be able to get that off. You'll never do that to anybody for real. Well, he's a believer now. Anyway, if you step in this guy's leg check hard, you got him in place. He's locked. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. You got them locked in, just a little bit. Just a little bit. As soon as you come in and you got them locked, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Once you get here and the knee turns over, flex down. That's it. That's all there is to it. The more you crisscross your knee over, the more you'll have to turn him and be able to drop him down with it. The more you crisscross your shin over. But keep in mind, every move has a counter, and the counter to this move is this. When you step in and crisscross your shin, Marcus bend your knee. He's got you too. That's why I said when you stun him, you do it. Not without the stun. If you don't stun him, when you cross your shin, he's in almost the same exact position you are. He can just move. So what I like to do is stun the guy and knock his head back to keep his weight off of this leg until I do what I need to do with it. Now, oh, look at this. We're back behind the guy again. Lots of fun stuff we can do for you. That's just a simple application of leg check. As you step in, cross your knee over, turn the knee to the outside, and then flex into it to drop the guy down. If when you turn it, you flex, that's not enough. Once you do this, he's practically locked in place, especially if you got a hand on him already. So just step forward and continue. And you put the guy on the ground and just kick him in the head and go about your business. None of that fancy backbreaker extension, jumping all over the guy. Just kick him once and run, please.